Hello, Sangha. Welcome to day 17. Um, One of the things that my teacher's teacher, Krishnamacharya, and my teachers are there, Mohanji and Anjaji, um, says, what Deskachar said is, in time with yoga, the impossible becomes possible. So over the next couple of weeks, I will introduce a couple of postures that are a little bit more tricky, not because it's important, just because at the moment it might be impossible, and with time it may become possible. Okay, nothing too hard, but the most important thing that becomes possible is becoming more mentally clear. That's the real purpose of the practice, is that we develop mental clarity and mental steadiness, and not so what somebody said to me yesterday when I was teaching meditation, we're not so noisy. Like he says, my mind is noisy, and that's the reality for many of us. Our minds are noisy. Okay, we're going to do the warrior sequence today, and add some extra bits into that will hopefully help us get moving. Okay, let's start lying on our back with your knees bent, your feet flat. Take your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart. And settle into the ground. See how your body feels. See how your breath is. See what your mind is doing. And then let both hands rest by your sides. And as you inhale, reaching up and over. And as you exhale, letting your hands come back down by your sides. And trying that at least twice more. Making the movement smooth, your breath smooth. Again, this is our tuning in movement, okay, which is why we do it many, many times, or I do it many, many times when I practice and when I introduce practices. And then press your feet against the floor. And as you inhale, let your hips rise. And as you exhale, let your hips come down. And try that a couple more times. Inhale, going up. Exhale, coming down. Good, last one. And then let's add our arms back into. So up and over with your arms, taking your hips up, exhale, back down. Okay. Pressing into both feet to find real connection. Little clicks and pops maybe in your body, same as the way there are in mine. Excuse me. And then let your hands come down. Bring your feet away from the floor, take your hands around your knees, and gently rock from side to side. Making circles with your knees, one direction, the opposite direction. And we're going to roll out to the side and come straight up to stand today. So let yourself come up to stand. Give everything a good shake off, both arms, both legs. Get nice and loose. Roll through your shoulders if that's helpful for you. Okay. And then let your right foot go forward, your left foot go back. We're going to go straight into the warrior sequence. Bring both hands together. Bend your front knee. So we'll take it through fairly simple the first time. Inhale, spread out both arms. Exhale, let your hands connect. Inhale, follow your left thumb all the way back. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Inhale, taking your right thumb back. Exhale, let it come forward. Inhale, both arms go wide. Exhale, connect both hands. Okay, and we straighten the leg when we come together like this, okay? The rest of the time the knee's bent. Inhale, we'll go high, bend your front knee. Exhale, we'll reach as far forward as you can. Frame your front foot, lift your back heel, place your knee on the floor. See if you can sit into one side kneeling, one side squatting. Let both hands come back in the floor, your back heel go down. Bend your front knee, inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, gathering together. Inhale, spreading out wide. Exhale, slowly going forward, feeling the weight in your front foot, and then floating up with your back leg. Good. Bring your knee through and give it a wee hug. Good. And then shake everything off. A wee walk around, roll through your shoulders. And then take your left foot forward and your right foot back. Connect both hands, bend your front knee. Inhale, spreading both arms out. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, follow your right thumb all the way back. Bring it all the way forward. Inhale, left thumb goes back. Exhale, bring it forward. Don't force the shoulders when you're making that movement. Try and make it through the whole of your spine. Inhale, both arms go wide. Exhale, both hands come together. Inhale, warrior one, soft front knee. Exhale, all the way forward and down. Lift your back heel. So from pyramid straight down into a half kneel, a half squat. We'll hang out in pyramid a little bit more when we do it the second time through. So from here, let your hands come back towards the floor, your back heel go down, soften your front knee. Inhale, we're coming up all the way up. Exhale, connect your hands. Inhale, both arms go wide. Floating forward over your front foot. And if you can, raise your back leg. Good. Bring your back leg through. And take your hands around your knee. Shake everything up. Okay. Shake off both arms, shake off both legs, roll off through your shoulders. Give your whole body a bit of a shuggle. It's an old Sanskrit word. Take Shugalasana, we're doing, take your right foot forward, your left foot back. This time I'm going to go show you from the side, right? So start whatever side you want, okay? 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We soften into the front knee. We bring our hands together, spread out both arms, take an inhale. And exhale, let both hands connect. Try and find lightness through your spine and lightness for your head position. Inhale, taking your left hand all the way back. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, taking your right hand back. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, both arms go wide. Exhale, connect both hands. Inhale high, soft front knee. Exhale, reaching as far forward as you can. Framing your front foot, lifting your back heel, placing your knee onto the floor and sitting onto your back heel. Good. So from here, what we're going to do is take this foot that's towards the front out to the side. And then let your hips go up and your hips come down. Okay, so your back toes are tucked under, your hips are rising, your hips are lowering. Okay, up and down. Maybe even squeezing your hips forward a little bit and getting a little quad stretch here. So you just kind of make a slight back bend and coming down. Good. And then take that foot towards the front of your mat and try a lunge towards it. And let that lunge come a little wider and forward. Okay, so you're working into the areas of your body that are a little bit tricky. Okay, maybe if you've been sitting a lot, your hip flexors here don't get so much. So you can kind of freestyle with this in a way that feels good for you. Okay. And then let that foot rest towards the front. Inhale up with both arms. Exhale, go wide and sink your hips. Inhale, come up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward and frame your foot. Bring your weight back and lifting your toes up. Spread your toes and then squeeze your toes. So we have this opportunity to do what we did in the mobility session a couple of days ago. And then start to circle your foot around. Circling it one way, circling the opposite way. And then let your foot come flat. Inhale up with both arms. And exhale, shake off, get nice and loose. Okay, roll through your shoulders. See how that's feeling for you. Okay, good. And then slide this foot back in where you started. Tuck underneath your toes. Let your hips come to rest on your heel. Place both hands flat on the floor. Let your back heel go down. Bend your front knee. Inhale, we're sweeping all the way up. Exhale, both hands are connecting. Inhale, both arms go wide. lean over your front foot and let your back leg lift. Okay, so I'm going to turn so you can see it lift a little bit higher. And then from there, can you bend your standing leg and then push the floor away? Bend your standing leg and push the floor away. Raise everything a little bit higher, bend your standing leg, push the floor, and then a little side to side airplane movement. Good. And then bring your back leg through, give it a wee hug, and if you can, give it a wee kiss. Shake off, get nice and loose. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So opposite foot forward, other foot back. Okay, bring both hands together, bend your front knee. Inhale, we're spreading out. Exhale, we're letting our hands connect. Inhale, we're taking our right thumb all the way back. Exhale, floating it forward. Inhale, left hand is drifting back. Exhale, let it come forward. Inhale, both arms go wide. Exhale, both hands come together. Inhale, bend your front knee, reach up. Exhale as far forward as you can. Framing your front foot, lifting your back heel, letting your knee come down and sinking into this. Okay, good. So remember what we did on the other side. I'm just going to adjust my position so you can see. We take this foot out to the side and we let our hips go up and down. Okay, up and down. Just seeing how that feels for you. To come up and down, and then from there, letting that come to a lunge. Lunging forwards, lunging wider, maybe making circles with your knees. Just try and get your body moving and free, right? The freedom of our body is what's really important for us, not the trying to achieve shapes, you know. Good. And then inhale up with both arms. Exhale, go wide and sink your hips. Inhale, come up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot. Walk your hands back a little. Bring up your toes, squeeze them, and then spread them. Squeeze them and spread them. Okay. Try it a couple more times. And then making circles with your foot. Just see how the back of your leg is feeling and responding. And change the directions, the direction of your foot and your toes. And then let that foot come flat. Inhale up with both arms. And shake off on the way down. Okay. Slide this leg back in. Tuck underneath your back toes. Let your hip rest on your back heel. See how that's feeling for you, whatever time of day this is. And then let both hands come flat. Your back heel go down. Bend your front knee, inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, let both hands connect. Inhale wide with both arms. Exhale, drift it forward over your front foot. Lean a bit more and let your back leg come up. From here, bend your standing leg, push the floor away. Bend the standing leg, push the floor away. Bend it, push the floor. Lift everything a little bit higher and then bring your back leg through. Give it a wee hug, and if you can, give it a wee kiss. And shake everything off, get nice and loose. Okay, from here, just to loosen off, take both feet a little wider, bend your knees, sink your hips, and sweep. Maybe tapping your shoulders as you sweep from side to side. Noticing how that feels for you. Good. And whenever you're ready, bring it back to the center. Bring your hands on your thighs with your fingers pointed in and move a wee bit from side to side here. Good. From here, coming back to the center, drawing your belly away from the floor, your nose toward your belly. Bringing your nose up towards the sky. Bring your nose towards your belly. Bring your nose up towards the sky. Okay, so we take our cat and cow movement from here. And then lengthen through your spine. Bring one shoulder towards one knee, the opposite knee. Bring it back to the center, bring it to the other knee. Taking it one direction, back to the center, the other direction, back to the center, pushing all the way up. Bring both legs in, giving everything a good shake off. Okay, we're going to do one standing leg balance. We did warrior 3 in the warrior sequence, but we're going to just do tree. Turn your left foot out, bring it in, and place it on your calf. The arch of your foot and the muscle and curve of your calf may provide a perfect fit. And see if you can stand in this. If you're somebody who likes your foot all the way up here, you can bring your foot all the way up here. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit, take your gaze over one shoulder, towards the front, over the other shoulder, towards the front. Good. That's my stomach. Wonder if the microphone picked that up. And then from there, let your foot come down, shake off. Okay. A little internal dialogue from me there. Put your weight on your right foot, turn your left foot out, slide it in. You can keep your toes on the floor if you're just like, actually, this is as much balance as I feel like doing today. You can bring it up. So the calf and the arch of your foot fit, okay? If you lose your balance, try and just bring it back in. If you're somebody who likes your foot up on your thigh, bring it up on your thigh. Good. Breathing into this. Seeing how things are feeling today. Maybe looking over one shoulder and over the other shoulder. And forward, and let your foot come down. Give everything a good shake off. See if you can sit down without using your hands too much. Excellent. Okay. Take your cushion. Hopefully, maybe by now you have something that you use regularly, a bolster, a cushion or two, some pillows that will bring you to a seated position where your knees can rest below your hips. And your body can feel really supported but really comfortable at the same time, really stable. The yoga teachings talk about asana, which really means a seat, you know, as being stable and comfortable with just the right amount of effort. So we must be comfortable, we must be stable, and then we're ready to sit and do the inner work. And today, as you breathe, introduce a pause at the end of your inhale and a pause at the end of your exhale. So take an inhale, just take a moment, pause, and then gently flow into your exhale and pause. And as soon as you find your mind wandering, remember that's just the nature of the mind. And allow yourself to come back to the flow of your breath in, the pause, the flow of your breath out, and the pause. Stay with the breath. Stay with this moment. And very gently, unless you have time to rest more or sit more, allow your fingers to move, your toes to move. If you want to stretch out in any direction, stretch out. Forward, take a yawn. Good. And bring yourself back to resting, to sitting, and taking this moment into the rest of your day, okay? This is your blueprint and your anchor for the day of being still, of being connected, of being calm. So really hold on to it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 18, I think it is. Bring your fingertips together, the base of your palms together. Om Shanti.